Prime Time Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Hello and welcome to Primetime Local News. My name is Thomas Wildman and thank you for joining us. The Rotary Club held their weekly meeting today with a special award presentation which was presented to the family of Glenn Fagnan. Glenn Fagnan was a former Rotarian and city councillor who passed away last June and was awarded for the King Charles III Coronation Medal. Posthumously today, his wife Karen and daughter Brandy accepted the award on his behalf.
Of my dad, it's well deserved on his behalf, and his love for Lloydminster is strong and will continue, and we're honored to accept this on his behalf.
Tremendously honored. Honestly, it feels pretty good.
The medals were handed to every MLA to give out, and the MLA from Alberta, Garth Roswell, was very honored to be able to hand out this medal to the family of Glenn Fagnan.
Oh, really good. Yeah, no, it's a big deal. We got the Queen's 70-year medal that we gave out, and that was for 20 people, and that was, then you could really, search around and do something, but it's special when you only got one to give away, and I was so comfortable in giving it to Glenn that and I was really, and this is where I met him at Rotary, so it was a great place to do it, and he sure made me feel welcome.
The Lloydminster Museum and Archives has opened a temporary exhibit to celebrate Black History Month. Many of the items in the exhibit were donated by community members who wanted to share the unique aspects of different Black cultures from all over the world.
The folks that contributed the cultural items for this exhibit include dresses, steel drums, which is known as the pan, as well as carvings and statues that all tell a story of life in Afro-Caribbean, West Indian life.
The exhibit also features some special items from a Black trailblazer who broke racial barriers here in the border city.
So in this exhibit, we have items from the first Black dentist in Lloydminster, Dr. Gerald Charles. He studied in a Black university and came to Lloydminster with his wife and 2 children.
The display runs until February 28th and is a great way for people to learn about the impact Black people have had on the community and Canada as a whole. A new fun and interactive exhibit that helps kids learn about money has just opened at the Lloydminster Museum and Archives. The exhibit developed by the Bank of Canada Museum allows kids to explore money through hands-on activities and games. It covers topics like work saving and how money works in the economy.
The Bank of Canada Museum in 2021 asked kids all across Canada, what do you want to know about money? And they received over 800 questions. So between currency experts and economists, all those questions were answered. And then they took 10 of those questions and put together this exhibit.
Kids will be able to explore how savings can grow, discover unexpected forms of money, and learn from a young entrepreneur on how they can start saving their own money.
It's important for kids to learn about money, the importance of it, where it's coming from, and what they can do with it. And it's important for them to enter adulthood with good financial literacy.
The exhibit runs until April 27th in Lloydminster before continuing its national tour. Don't miss out on this unique way for kids to learn about money. The Lloydminster Lions Club have been serving the community for a while now, 75 years to be exact, and Callan Dunlop tells us more about the gala they are hosting to celebrate.
Today I'm joined by Kathy Smithson, Lloydminster Lions Club member, and we're here to discuss the upcoming 75th anniversary gala for the club. To start, can you talk to me about what's planned for the big event?
There's going to be a bit about history. There's going to be a whole bunch of pictures there for people to look at of past and present members. We'll be celebrating people like Vic Juba, Sandy Hill, Roland Brasser, Don Dalton. They're John Vinnick, past members that were our club and made us great at a time. We have an amazing speaker by the name of Marvin Chambers. He comes from Fillmore, Saskatchewan, and he now resides in Medicine Hat, I believe. He's a past international director with the Lions International, and he's coming to speak, and he's amazing, absolutely amazing. We're going to recognize and celebrate what we've done for our community. And that's pretty much it. We've got a little bit of entertainment. We've got some speakers. We got really good food. So yeah, it'll be a nice night.
The Lloydminster Lions are run off of 6 main committee members, but this event would be nothing without the volunteers backing the event. Can you speak to them?
Some of us have a long history in the club and some of us don't. But it's exciting. We like to do this kind of stuff. And we another thing, we're not very good about bragging about ourselves, so we're taking this opportunity to do that. Yeah. So it's fun. You get to decorate, you get to feed people, which is what I'm famous for in the club. And yeah, it'll be fun.
The club rounded out 2024 with a sock drive. How did that go?
This year was a little slower than in the past, but there's way more groups doing sock drives now. We were the first ones to do it, and that year, the one year we had like 800 or 900 pairs of socks to hand out. It was brought to our attention that socks were a valuable commodity amongst the homeless because they can use them as socks, they can use them as mittens, they use them in a whole bunch of different areas. So that's where we started that from. The community always kicks in, even in years when things aren't great. And yeah, they're great. The community's great.
What does the Lions Club have planned for the rest of the year?
We're working on a new park that we will unveil to the rest of the community hopefully soon. We've got a new project that is a fledgling project that's underway right now, and it's a support group for families and young diabetics. That's a pretty up and down road, so we decided that they needed a support network, so, and something local that they could just go and have coffee with and talk about stuff. So we've started that. It's kind of sort of up and running. We've got a few members and we're hoping for some more. We have our usual big projects. So we do the Crown and Anchor. We have a medieval feast, which is amazing. It's a lot of fun. Everybody gets dressed up and play games, and it's really great. And then as things come, whatever the community needs.
Well, that covers all of my questions. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about this, and good luck on the event.
To celebrate National Pizza Day, a number of restaurants in the border city are donating a portion of every pizza sale to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lloydminster. Abby St. John has more.
I'm very happy to be joined yet again by Jacqueline Weed with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lloydminster. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for inviting us.
Of course, now this is an exciting topic because I know pizza is pretty much the universally loved food. A lot of people love pizza, different types of pizza, and it even has its own national day, and that is coming up on February 9th. And Big Brothers Big Sisters has partnered with a bunch of restaurants here in town, 10 restaurants, and possibly more, to raise money on National Pizza Day. So tell me a little bit about what that is and the restaurants participating, what people need to know.
Yeah, so on February 9th, if people go to one of the partner restaurants, which I'll list in a minute, that restaurant will donate $1 from every pizza sold to Big Brothers Big Sisters. So it doesn't matter on the size, it doesn't matter on the kind. As long as it's pizza, they'll donate $1. So you can try a new restaurant, see if you can find a new favorite. You can go to your old reliable one that you prefer and order your favorite, whatever you like. You could have pizza for breakfast, lunch, and supper that day if you really want to, but $1 from every pizza will be donated to us. So the restaurants that are taking part is Spiro's, Red Swan, TJ's, Pizza 73, Little Caesars, Extreme Donair Pizza, Papa John's, Vern's, Cheers Restaurant and Lounge, and Tasty K's. And we may add a few more in the next week because we do still have a little bit of time leading up. And so people can just check out our social media. We will post the poster with the restaurants so they can keep up to date.
That sounds wonderful. And it also happens to land on Super Bowl Sunday. So if anybody is interested in watching the game, this is perfect time to order some pizza as well. Now, this is a fundraiser, of course, we've mentioned. What will the money be going towards?
The money, as always, goes towards supporting our mentoring programs. So creating those life-changing developmental relationships, those friendships, and then supporting them along the way on their path. So it's goes to a great cause.
Yes, for sure. And now this is happening all day from
Yep.
when the restaurant opens to when it closes, correct?
Yep. All day, February 9th.
Perfect. And finally, just to reiterate, if anybody wants to find more information on which restaurants are available, or if you do update the post and include more restaurants, where can they go for that information?
They can go to our Facebook page, our Instagram, or our X account. Website will have it as well. So, or you could give us a call.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again for joining me, and I wish you the best of luck for National Pizza Day.
Awesome. Thanks.
The Lloyd X's first big event of the year, AgriVisions, will bring agriculture enthusiasts from across the Lakeland area and beyond to the Lloyd X on February 12th and the 13th. And I talked to a committee member about the event. Today I'm joined by Keith Fournier, one of the committee members for the AgriVisions show, which will be coming here to the Lloyd X later this February. And so thank you so much for joining me today, Keith.
Well, thank you. We're excited to have the show come again here to Lloyd.
All right, Keith, so for those who have never attended AgriVisions, what exactly is AgriVisions about and what you guys really hope to bring to Lloydminster every year with this ag show?
So the show it's a regional show. So we try and get that Lloydminster trading area, that 150 kilometer zone around Lloydminster. Bring in, the equipment operators, the retailers that are involved in ag, as well as bring in speakers. So it's a real learning opportunity for producers in the area, and combine those all into a show for 2 days. So it's a learning and a networking opportunity.
And on that learning aspect, you guys have a lot of great speakers as well as a very high-profile banquet throughout in the middle of the week. So tell me a little bit about that banquet and some of the top speakers that you guys are going to be bringing for the 2025 edition of AgriVisions.
Yeah, the Heart of the Farm banquet is the banquet, which we'll be having on Wednesday night, and and so we've got Big Daddy Taz as our guest speaker for it. So this year we've gone to having a comedian come in and it's a time for doing some networking and just come out and have fun. You could buy a table for the people, help you on the farm seeding or harvest, and just a way probably to say thank you. And then the other networking opportunity we've got is there's always the Lazy Farmer Lounge. So it's just to come and chat with the neighbors. But the lineup of speakers we've got this year, so we've got a few speakers on soils because that just seems to be what a lot of people are wanting to talk about. So we've got a couple of great agronomists, Troy LaForge, Mike Palmier's coming back again to talk on soils. We've got, we will have a grain market analyst and a livestock market analyst. And so those are always a big hit to have. Farmers are always wanting to know where those markets are going. We've got cattle speakers, so talking on grazing. Philip Harder's coming, talking about how you could capture water more into your grass and get more out of it. And a succession panel, that's a big hit every year, is that succession panel. So we're looking forward to having that again.
Awesome. And so finally, just if people are interested in attending any of the specific panels or coming for specific days or just coming for the Heart of the Farm banquet, where can they go to get more information and purchase tickets? And also, when is AgriVisions going to be this year?
So AgriVisions is February 12th and 13th. And so for tickets, you can pick them up at the door or you can buy them in advance. For information on the lineup of speakers we got, the whole schedule, go to LloydminsterExhibition.com And you'll be able to buy tickets on that website and as well get any other information you've got.
Awesome, perfect. Well, thank you so much for all the information, Keith, and be sure to come down to the Lloydex this February 12th and 13th for one of the best egg shows in the country. Time now for Retrospect. Here is Nick Hott.
This week on Retrospect, we travel back to 1995 for a look into Weedless Wednesday, a day made to reduce smoking addictions.
It's only one day out of 1 week, so is Weedless Wednesday the day every smoker is encouraged to bud out, really making a difference?
I think it is, because people become more aware. There's more media attention.
It's 2:23. Good afternoon. I'm Troy Stevens. This is Weedless Wednesday, the day you're supposed to bud out for 1 day. It's kind of tough. Can you do it?
Arlene McDonald admits quitting smoking isn't easy. There's a lot of peer pressure for teens to start, and if they start at a young age, it's very hard to stop. She says that's where adults come in.
Role models such as sports athletes in the news, the health professionals who have quit smoking, the teachers who have quit smoking.
McDonald says it's also important businesses set an example, but she says they have to ask themselves some tough questions first.
Would people still come to your restaurant or shop in the mall if it was a completely smoke-free environment?
But it's a question one restaurant operator isn't too concerned with. Her restaurant has been smoke-free since it opened. Has she had any problems with clients who've wanted to smoke?
A couple people, but not very many. They'll come in smoking, but they'll bud out outside. So they're pretty accommodating.
Donald says she knows it's hard, but she says it can be done.
Well, it's like any journey. You take the first step, and that gets you on your way.
Tammy De Silva, NewsHour.
Next, we jump forward to 2003 for a look into some of the coldest days of that year.
It's been almost non-stop for Ken Wright for the past couple of days. This cold snap is taking its toll on towers in the border city.
Swamped. Too many calls for us to even handle. I mean, we've been backed up a couple of times, about half an hour now, but it's been real busy.
Biggest problem, people not plugging in.
People usually forget, or they're just, oh, it'll be fine. It's never done it before. That's when it gets you.
Wright has a few tips for motorists to keep in mind, especially during this deep freeze.
Plug your cars in. This is a big one. Plug them in. As soon as you turn them off, plug them in. Get your batteries checked. Bring it to a shop, have your batteries checked. If the battery's not in perfect condition, it's not going to work for you when it gets cold. It's going to kill it.
This driver took that advice, but unfortunately, propane turns into a jelly-like substance when under extreme temperature.
I am on propane and everything just seized right up because it's so cold, and being that it's wide open like this, just wouldn't start.
And towers aren't the only busy business in the border city.
We've had calls through the night, every night, and the day has been, just talked to the secretary before you arrived, and we've been fielding anywhere from 30 to 40 calls a day. And the boys have been doing 8 to 10 emergencies each a day.
With the cold, furnaces are working overtime, which is turning into a problem for people who neglected yearly maintenance.
People haven't done the things they should have done in the fall, and they crop up on them now that we've got some cold weather and the furnace has to work that much harder.
Furnace specialists recommend residents have their furnaces as well as chimneys checked for regular maintenance every year. Nina Gill, NewsHour.
And that's all for this week of Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consulate.
And we'll have more primetime local news after the break. Thank you for watching Primetime Local News. My name is Thomas Wildman, and have a great rest of your day.